A light elf statue in the desert. Odd.
Aye. Fair bet this is the sanctum Bigveer spoke of in Van Eyck.
Jewelry.
Oh? Put it on one of my horns. Let's see if I can pull it off.
No.
That's all my brother's tributes.
Do you prefer we hang on to them?
Do what you will. If Freyr didn't bother taking them when he left Alfheim, he wouldn't mind us selling them to the dwarves. Of the light elves.
For now.
Maybe they've left for the day, and we can browse at our leisure.
Here.
So, these are the Valine schematics, eh?
You know of him?
Aye. One of the most gifted dwarven smiths around. Until he developed a conscience, anyhow.
This book is sealed, but there is an inscription. The consul.
Bigveer spoke of an exile of the same name. Odds are he'd like a gander at that particular text.
All this knowledge of their ancestors, their shared history, poetry, just sitting here, forgotten. What a waste.
Swapa.
Ah, it appears the librarian would like a word.
Lata Framborg.
That journal back.
No.
Shield Use a shield strike, brother!
Watch your right!
brother!
No, Salva. Thought. Megivita. Helga Brotina.
She thinks she's protecting them by hiding all this knowledge away.
Our ally wishes to read this journal. We are taking the book.
I'm impressed. Thought you were going to end her.
When last we traveled here, after Faye passed, I killed an elf of great importance. The ramifications were dire for his people. I do not wish to make the same mistake twice.
Back to the story of your brother. You said the elves saw him emerge from the Lake of Souls.
It's true. I don't know whether he worked his charms at that point or they just assumed him to be a great deity. But of course, he hadn't made this journey in search of responsibility, so he didn't stick around at all.
Not now.
You're building quite the collection of poetry, brother.
Why so surprised? My people are known for their culture.
Not surprise. Esteem.
What is that?
A phantom! Rogue magic! Aim for the runic core!
Bloody hell! Look at that
Yelpa! It's vulnerable when it glows!
Close in! Attack! Close in! Attack!
Brother, the springs! Hurry!
That's it!
Close in! Attack!
Can't do this without you, Kratos!
What is that?
A phantom! Rogue magic! Aim for the runic core!
Bloody hell! Look at that thing!
The Alpha!
Close in! Attack!
Switching! Now! Attack! Kratos, we need you!
What is that?
A phantom! Rune magic! Aim for the runic core!
Bloody hell! Look at that thing!
Yelpa! Invulnerable when it glows! The core is weakened!
Mother, the Sphinx! Hurry!
Close in! Attack!
Not so intimidating without your strings, are you? Well, yet another gift of Fimbulwinter, I suppose.
The magic draining out of all of us has to end up somewhere.
Perhaps we can bring these two animals back to Vanaheim, or Midgard even. Specky and Spanna could use the company. We have kennels.
It would not go well for them. Once a predator becomes accustomed to a land, it is cruel to move them.
I suppose you're right. It just seems lonely out here.
It is peaceful. They have each other. It is enough.
You know, Freyr loved to breed Gulan pups in Vanaheim. I wonder if these two are the descendants of the Gulan he brought here long ago.
That explains how they got to the desert. Another gift for the Dark Elves. Freya, will you continue that story about your brother? He stumbled into Alfheim, became a legend, and left?
Essentially so. Still, the legend of his manifestation was passed along through the ages. It even endured after the Great Division, remembered by Light and Dark Elf alike. So when at last he returned, he was uniquely situated to gain the trust of both sides and help to create a truce. The problem was, both sides trusted only him. So the peace could only last as long as he stayed around to keep it. And with the long war dragging on without an end in sight, I suppose making any kind of peace was an irresistible notion for him. Even if it meant having to rule.
Watch your left! lady. I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
Freya, something your brother said. The Aesir burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, though. Relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages.
Enough. We will continue later.
I wonder, how'd these two pups end up yoked to the sled?
Ever try flying in a sandstorm? I imagine Freyr showed the Dark Elves that Gulon could be trained to pull a plow. They must have found new uses for them once the sandstorm arrived. I imagine they're now bred to aid in traveling the surface. A dawn bloom. You have an interest in botanicals now?
And with that, I wonder if we shouldn't check back on the Raven Tree. Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves.
Freya, how did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well, Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So, things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him.
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yield.
Hold. We will finish later.
Something is coming, and it's not happy.
It's charging! Steady your guard! It's about to charge!
Come on, traitor! Off your back!
Something is coming, and it's not happy.
On your guard, Kratos! Get ready!
What on earth was a Drake doing back there?
Your guess is as good as mine. Imprisoning a Drake. Can't decide whether to be impressed or horrified.
Either way, it is over now. Mimir, what did you mean when you said Frey was not exactly a guest of the Aesir?
I meant by the time they burned him, he'd been a prisoner for some time. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
Why do you yawn?
Force of habit, I suppose, since I don't sleep anymore. Although,
Let this wait. Stay alert.
I see you've got some relics of the Dwarven resistance. I'll take them off your hands.